Hi, I'm Alan Bradford with Plasma Technologies. In today's torch tips, we're going to go over the electrical preventive maintenance procedures for, in this case, a hypotherm HPR power supply, but most large plasma power supplies are going to be similar. First thing we need to do is make sure that the power is off, that our disconnect is locked out and tagged out per your local company procedures. We want to make sure it's safe. You can't get an electrical shock. The other thing you really need to do is wait about 10 minutes after you turn the power off to make sure that all the electrical devices inside have totally discharged. In this case, our machine has been unplugged for a while, so we're going to go right into blowing out the machine. First thing to do, get all the dirt out of it. We've already partially blown this one out, so make sure your air is good and clean, no water in it, and now we're going to check the main contactor on the machine with the main contact points. They're underneath this cover, and we've already pre-loosened the cover. They're usually tighter than this. The reason we want to make sure our contact points are good is because the contact points, if they don't come in and make a good connection, they can set up a voltage spike that can destroy some of the equipment in the power supply. In this case, the choppers, very expensive. So we want to make sure that we have good contact points. We should check them at least every 6 months, if not once a year. So what you're looking for is the contact material to be smooth. It's going to be kind of gray colored. We really don't want any big pits or big stalactite type objects on there that are going to prevent these from coming together. That's what causes the problem. So once you've checked the contact points, if they're good, we'll put the cover back on. And if the contact points look like they need replacing, it would be time to replace the contactor, or if you can find contact points, they do have kits available. Some of the manufacturers recommend replacing the contactor every year. We've found that with the duty cycle of these contactors, they last longer. So I recommend that you would replace the contactor when necessary, not every year. And now we're going to check out the pilot arc relay. It's located under this cover right here with a Torx T20 screw. The contacts are located right here. We want to check for pitting on the contact points, and we want to make sure that everything is good here. If you do replace this, we want to make sure that you use the exact OEM part number, because we need to have this magnet in here, and the magnet is very critical to the life of this relay. So only use an OEM part. So last thing we need to do is check for any loose electrical connections or wires. We want to make sure that all our power connections are tight. We have power connections over here on the choppers we want to make sure are tight. The fuses, transformer, the I/O area, you're going to have heavy 4-aught cables that connect up in here. Make sure that's all tight. We also want to make sure these are tight. These sometimes will fall off the DIN rail. Make sure they're screwed down tight and secure. And that's all it needs for an electrical PM. If you have any questions, give us a call, send us an email. We'll be happy to help you out.